Hey, so welcome back. Yeah, so we are back with some more Digital Devil Saga 2. And we are currently in the second layer of the final dungeon. The second layer doesn't really tell me much. It's not an indication of how many layers there are left in the dungeon, but nonetheless, we are on the 5th floor in the second layer. And I am actually standing right in front of a door which has a boss fight behind it. I know this because as soon as I approached the door and tried to open it, it said that there's a strange presence behind it. So, that is why we are in the menus and swapping out and swapping in some skills which are more appropriate for a boss fight. So it's basically the same. 2 signature element-based skills, buff and debuffs, and an occasional utility skill for someone if they have it. And everyone also equips a spell shield to, basically to negate everyone's inherent weakness in demon form, because everyone is weak to something. And basically light and dark base attacks are actually they categorize it as light and curse base attacks, and basically there's no reason ever to put in light or curse base attacks during a boss fight. Usually. My experience with that is that they're always immune to them. Even if they're not instant kill attacks, curses usually don't even... they usually don't have any effect on bosses anyway. You could just use something else and have that work better for you. So basically, we're swapping in skills to try to be as prepared as possible for anything that we might encounter. Obviously, since I don't know what's going to happen, I just want to be prepared for whatever. So as a whole, the strategy is good for being versatile, or however you pronounce that. But obviously the boss is not weak to everything, so there will be some useless skills during the boss fights, but it doesn't matter. You just have to work around that if possible. And of course it takes a lot of time to swap in the skills. And I also have to do it for everyone, so it's a minor pain in the butt. But I have to do it nonetheless. Usually group spells have not been working very well for me during boss fights, so I try to stick to the single target skills most of the time. Then again, something which I've learned by playing Nocturne, using multi-target spells against a boss fight. Harley solar data. Harley? Oh, he's... So Harley is the first boss fight from the first game, from Digital Devil Saga 1. And I don't quite remember what he's weak against. But I do know that he likes to cast fire attacks, so It's a good thing that we have a fire shield with us. And now we just have to see what he actually does. So he did put up an ice shield. And you can be almost 100% sure of that if an enemy puts up an elemental shield or something, that he is weak to that element. So if you can work around the shield, you can exploit that particular weakness. I can almost guarantee that this is the case almost always if an enemy puts up a shield of any kind. Oh, did I forget to swap out some skills for some people? I guess I did. Yeah, I even have a hunting skill for Seraph. Whoops. Yeah, and as long as he puts up that shield, I can't exploit his weakness. Oh, actually, I can attack him, and that will give me one extra turn icon, or actually a half of a turn icon, which is enough for me to cast the fire shield before he gets to attack again. So that works out pretty nicely. Now, obviously, if I would have known that I would fight against Harley, I would have given someone else. Or, yeah, I would give more people ice spells to attack him with. But, yeah, this is what happens for the first attempts in this game. And I'm just gonna have to work with what I have. But, yeah, it's not so bad. Because if he keeps attacking with that fire attack, there's no way that he's ever going to kill me. So I still have the advantage in this fight. Now, who was it that had... I know that someone has Makakaja, but who was it? Let's see, I swapped out Argilla for Roland. But Roland doesn't have it either, so it's gotta be Cielo. So I have to swap in Cielo to use Makakaja. Oh, whoops. I thought his ice shield was down. I guess not. Let's see, swap in Cielo. And he should have Makakaja. Yeah, so this fight is actually pretty straightforward. Of course, it's much easier when you know how to deal with a particular situation, such as this one. Makakaja, which should up damage a little bit. And he is getting red damage numbers, which means that he is actually about to die. Right, so he actually died right now. Okay. Yeah, the fight was a little bit too easy. But I got a lot of cash, so it was still worth it. pick up this item over here and move on. Oh, and another plant. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess that boss fight was a little bit easy, but then again, he was the first boss fight in the previous game, so it's always the first boss fight which is the easiest. So I imagine that it is going to become more difficult as we progress through this dungeon. We get it. You loved him. Now can we move on? Thanks. I do imagine, however, that the real Surf didn't really care for the real Argilla, so that's a bit of a sad thing, but yeah, so we are gonna have to swap back the skills we had, or probably change them depending on which enemies we run into from now on. But yeah, it is a bit of a hassle having to change skills so often, or whenever you have to do it, it takes such a long time to do it. But yeah. Now, what could Mada be weak against? But I am pretty sure that I've been saying weak against for so long. Let's see, a large data node. That should allow us to teleport back to the beginning, in case we want to buy items. I do have several data cores left, but I am not sure if I'm going to need them. But it's good to know that I can go back and buy them if I need to. Let's see. Let's try to unlock that mantra, which is that secret mantra. Save and let's move on. Oh, I really wish you could save skill profiles in this game, so that you could just load them whenever you need to. But yeah, that's not gonna happen.